Marcus Thorne didn't just run the most successful logistics firm in the city. He ran it like a personal fiefdom. He was a man who believed that empathy was a chemical defect, and that kindness was simply a cloak worn by the weak. From his 40th floor corner office, he looked down on the world with a cold, predatory arrogance. Then there was Sarah, a junior accountant who was his polar opposite. She was the kind of person who brought extra umbrellas for the security guards when it rained and knew the names of every janitor's children. Marcus loathed her. He called her useless because she was too soft. But Marcus made one fatal error. He didn't realize that in a world built on secrets, the person everyone trusts is the most dangerous person in the room. This isn't just a story about a bad boss. It's about the night Marcus Thorne realized that his arrogance had walked him into a trap with no exit. The tension snapped on a humid Tuesday afternoon. Marcus had just lost a multi-million-dollar contract due to his own temper, and he needed a scapegoat. He summoned Sarah to the center of the open plan office. In front of 50 silent employees, he shredded her character. He mocked her for wasting company time by being friendly and fired her on the spot, telling her to clear her desk within 10 minutes. As Sarah gathered her belongings with trembling hands, she noticed something. A small encrypted flash drive had fallen behind Marcus's heavy mahogany cabinet during his earlier tantrum. Sarah's first instinct was to return it. It was her nature to be honest. But then she remembered the look of pure malice in his eyes. She tucked the drive into her bag and walked out. That night, in the quiet of her small apartment, Sarah plugged the drive into her laptop. What she found wasn't just corporate data. It was a blueprint for a crime. Marcus had been siphoning millions from the employee pension fund into offshore accounts labeled Project Alpha. He wasn't just an arrogant manager. He was a thief, stealing the retirements of the very people Sarah cared about. But Marcus wasn't stupid. He realized the drive was gone within the hour. He knew Sarah had it. What followed was a terrifying game of cat and mouse. Marcus used his connections to freeze Sarah's bank accounts and even contacted the police to report her for theft of intellectual property. He thought he could crush her because she was just a kind girl. He expected her to cower. He was wrong. Marcus underestimated the power of the network Sarah had built through years of simple kindness. When he tried to track her movements through the office security cameras, he found the footage had been accidentally deleted by the IT manager she used to bring coffee to. When he tried to hire a private investigator to break into her home, the man, whose mother Sarah had helped with medical bills, tipped her off instead. The night Marcus decided to take matters into his own hands, he drove to her apartment, intending to intimidate her into silence. He burst through the door, his face twisted in that familiar arrogance, shouting that she was nothing. But the room wasn't empty. Sarah was sitting there, calm and composed, flanked by 2 federal agents and a district attorney. Every person Marcus had ever stepped on had come forward to provide the testimony Sarah needed to bridge the gaps in the digital evidence. Marcus Thorne was led out of his own office building in handcuffs. The man who thought he was untouchable lost his wealth, his reputation, and his freedom in a single sweep. He was sentenced to 24 years for fraud and extortion. Sarah, meanwhile, became the whistleblower who saved the company, using her reward to restore the stolen pensions. She proved that while arrogance can build a throne, it only takes one person with a heart to set it on fire. And the most chilling part? Even behind bars, Marcus still doesn't understand. He blames bad luck or betrayal. He still doesn't realize that his own personality was his undoing. Because as we see in the cold corporate world of people like Marcus Thorne didn't just run the most successful logistics firm in the city, he ran it like a personal fiefdom. Have you ever dealt with a boss like Marcus? Did they ever get their karma? Tell us your story in the comments, and I'm reading and responding to the best ones. To uncover more chilling crime stories like this, like and subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss out.